Well, ka-ching, Bev Oda's sudden retirement from politics means she could instantly be collecting $52,000 a year on her MP's pension. The Canadian Taxpayer Federation estimates it will probably add up to more than $700,000 by the time she turns 80. So for more on this and who may possibly be her replacement, let's join Brigitte Pellerin in Ottawa. This likely irritating a lot of people because they were already irritated with this particular ministry. She's had a lot of controversy, even stepping right in at the beginning.
Oh, absolutely, and thousands of dollars in limo rides that, you know, most normal people don't really get to do that sort of stuff. And I understand ministers, I mean, they work hard, and yeah, I don't want them having to hail a cab. We understand they have a car and driver, that's fine. But to go out and have some extra car and driver and limos at that, and expensive ones when you're going to the Juno as part of your job, or when you're going to a conference in London, and billing the taxpayers for things like the $16, the famous $16 orange juice when she was in London just a couple of months ago, that kind of stuff really rubs Canadians the wrong way, because we work hard for our money. We send a lot of it in taxes to Ottawa, and this is how they spend it. This is really something that annoys people. And now, of course, her sudden resignation yesterday was trying to be, you know, as low-key as possible. She announced it on her website. The Prime Minister just sent a note to the members of the press gallery. Oh, we thank Bev Oda for her contributions. Oh, really? That's it? So she was evidently resigned, and some people say, well, she was not going to survive a cabinet shuffle that we expect will be coming in the summer months. I think it's fairly obvious. And so her departure probably clears the way for the Prime Minister to put someone else in her spot. Now, who might that be? Names that are being, I mean, everything is very fluid at the moment, but names that are being thrown around, Kelly Leach and Chris Alexander. So those could possibly be two, you know, potential replacements. I usually get those things wrong, so I'm going to guess wildly anyway that it won't be either of those two, because, you know, international development is not one of those portfolios that allow you to really rise or to get a lot of political capital. So it's not much of a reward. It is, but not a huge one. So I'm not sure that you'd put there someone who has been behaving, you know, especially well in cabinet. So I'm kind of guessing that it will be somebody whose name hasn't been mentioned, or I have no idea who, and somebody who's you know, rising in the ranks of the Conservative Party. So I suppose we'll hear soon enough who that will be. Now, there's also the question, Alex, of the by-election. Of course, leaving her riding at the end of the month will open this up for another by-election. Some people are worried that this might be prove difficult somehow for the Tories to you know, get that riding back. I must confess, I've looked at the riding. It is just east of Toronto, the riding of Durham. There's about 120,000 or so people in it. It's next door to Jim Flaherty's riding, another Conservative on the other side. And last election, she won by something like 25,000 votes. So we'll see where the race is going. Of course, the NDP and the Liberals were also taken by surprise by her resignation yesterday. So they're, of course, ready for a battle. But there's no names of candidates as of yet.
Yeah, I mean, this was about, what, 2 weeks ago that she went to talk to the Prime Minister, and then, of course, it comes out yesterday. I'm not sure why it was done so quietly. I'm sure there were reasons, though.
Well, you know, the Prime Minister's style is not one to do a lot of drama in public over things like that. It's always usually quiet. It's always when nobody really is asking for it. So he always waits for a quiet moment that everybody's focusing on something else and then just slips it in. That's his style. And I think that personally I take that over drama any day.
Hey, quick question, and I could be totally putting you on the spot, I'm not sure. Will any kind of audit be done? I'm sure that a few Freedom of Information requests have been done to see what kind of spending Miss Oda has done over the years, but any chance that can be recovered out of her gargantuan-sized pension?
Well, people can try. Judging by past experience with MPs who resign having sometimes overspent or abused the public dollar a lot, unless something illegal is proven to have happened, which we have no indication of, no, I don't think so. Yeah,
right.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Brigitte, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, so much for the dog days on that summer in Parliament Hill. Political junkies couldn't get online fast enough to weigh in on Oda. Gina Phillips has been tracking all of it. It's trending 6th across the country, by the way, this little issue. She'll be joining us a little bit later with some of your comments here on the AM Agenda. They're pretty funny. So it brings us to our daily web poll today. We do want to hear what you think. The question, how do you feel about Bev Oda's impending retirement? Head on over to sunnewsnetwork.ca, cast your vote.